Appropriate. There we go. Okay. Hello there. Feeling good? Let's get through this nice lengthened postures, poses, lengthening, stretching, some core work today. Good to have you here to do this. So find a place on your mat where we're going to just get centered, having your feet really be the grounding part of this, from your heel to your big toe, from your big toe to your little toe. Tonight we're going to focus a little on balance as well as we flow through the postures. I'm going to challenge your balance. If that doesn't feel right or you don't have it tonight, no problem. So take your feet hip distance apart, so you're kind of just stacked right over your ankles to your knees to your hips, and then pull your posture into a really nice upright position and pull your abs in really tight. So let's take a deep breath in, and you feel yourself getting taller to the top as we exhale. You lower, relaxing that body, letting your hands go to the floor, and you just delete any stress in that mind. Hit the delete button on any negative thoughts. All you want to be doing here is relaxing, drawing in good positive energy. When you inhale, exhale, releasing anything negative. All the day's stress goes away. Hands come to your shins. You reset your posture and your balance. Abs come in tight, back is flat. And feel this is called your half forward fold, where you kind of reset. Inhale at this position, and then we exhale, forward fold, looking through those knees. If you're struggling to find the floor and you need to bend the knees, that's okay. If you're real flexible, you can take your hands wider and flat to the ground. On this next one, just take note of where your feet are. Let's take a big inhale all the way up to the ceiling. Lengthening, getting nice and tall, palms pressed together. We exhale, fold it forward, relaxing in the back. Slide the hands into half forward fold. And then I want you to retract or pull your shoulder blades back into the middle of your back. And then you exhale, look through those knees. So that second exhale is really what we kind of call ragdoll. You let that upper body just relax, and your lower body is feeling that slight tension, no pain, just a release down that back side. Take a big inhale, bring it up. This time, let's grab left wrist up and over. We lean, pulling up out of the side. Left hand goes up and over your head. Inhale to the center, grabbing that right wrist, gently pulling over to this left side. You're going to start to work your whole spine. So if you rotate, look down with your vision, it'll kind of rotate your spine, what we say, wringing out your spine. Bring it up, looking up to the hand. Grab that left wrist, look down, over to that right foot you go as you twist to the spine. Inhale back to the center. Exhaling, falling forward, relax. Down into that nice stretch into your back. Always be gentle while you're moving through this. Hands to your shins, half forward fold. Big inhale, exhale, full forward fold, hands to the floor. Place your palms one big step forward. Take your feet one big step back. And this is what we call plank. On your yoga mat, we've utilized the edges of the mat with your hands, and we would say your feet are in railroad tracks. That's a nice place for you to be. You will then just bring in that whole core wall, so you're making yourself nice and strong to the back. You're going to take the hips to the ceiling, reach back with the right hand and touch the left foot. Hand comes back, hips go into plank. Repeat other side. Hips go up, right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. And we walk through that. Now you inhale, exhale, touch, inhale, plank, up and push, and plank. Hips go up and reach, come into the plank, up and push back, into the plank. 4. And you're breathing, so if that's just too fast for you, you do what you can do on that. Nice reach, getting your upper body, lower body stretched out. 2, and come into plank. Set your knees down, press back into your hips under your heels, and this is your first child's pose. Down low, chest goes on top of your thighs, releasing. If that's a little tension on your wrists, feel free to roll those out. You're just getting warmed up here, so we don't want to feel anything more than a little bit of work, not fatigue, not pain. That's not the point of this. Let's bring those hips forward, turn those toes under, come back up through plank, right into your downward dog. Pressing back in those heels. Let's bend and straighten that right leg. Left leg, just finding your range of motion from your heel through your calf at your own pace. Yoga is all about what you can do at that prime moment. So being very present. Inhale, look towards your hand and then bring your left foot right up into our low lunge. So you use this mat and we'll go right up the center. That leg is right in the middle of that mat. Your hands are straddling it. You're gonna lift up that left arm. Look out. Big, nice stretch. Beautiful night. It's fantastic. The lake is calm and the temperature is perfect. Let's bring that palm right down to that left foot. Exhale, pressing back into that right heel. Chest is over that thigh. And you just feel that nice release of tension stretching out the back of that front thigh. Inhale, bend that left leg. Exhale, send it back into plank. Hips go up, back into downward dog. And you stretch. Every time we come to downward dog, you take that opportunity to get a little bit deeper, increase that range of motion. We inhale, we look back at our hands, and then bring that right foot forward. If you're not flowing or stepping in one graceful step, so be it. Wiggle that foot up however you get there, and this is your lunge, reaching up with that right hand. So as soon as I lift up, it's out of the chest, I'm reaching that hand to the ceiling. That's going to put a little bit more tension into that front thigh. That's more than you need. Keep your hand here. You can keep it here. You're going to exhale, push that right back side toward the back end of your mat, stretching through your left heel on that back foot. Nice long split stance, we say. You inhale, bend, and then you exhale, come into the plank. Hips go up nice and high, downward dog. Nice, easy little repeated low lunge position. You're going to inhale, step your left leg forward, step your right leg forward. We're right back in the middle of the mat. Hands side up your shins, half forward fold. Pulling your abs in nice and tight. And exhale, full forward fold. Looking through those knees, you might be getting a little bit closer with your hands to your feet. We inhale, bring it all the way up. We're going to repeat that, walking back into this lunge. Step back that left leg. Now you have high lunge. So right leg is back forward. High lunge is here. I've got good balance. What you're going to start to do when we challenge your balance is just be aware of the width of your feet. So balance beam, you get that visual. Railroad tracks is kind of where you're going to find the best part of the balance. Arms are up nice and high. This is high lunge. When we come up, we're going to lift, shifting that back foot, and you're going into warrior. This right leg is going to go straight to the front of your mat, right over that ankle. Open up your chest, and you should be looking right out to this left side. Here's your warrior. So I'm in this nice long warrior stance, reaching those arms open wide. You're going to look up through that right hand. This is your reverse warrior. Long length from that wrist down the front of your body. And we come back into warrior two. And then we're going to pivot back into the front. Arms go up, warrior. You sit down, lunge. So there's this stance. So you can take your feet wide and you can take them far apart. So you've got those choices here. Arms are going to the front of your mat. Place those hands back down. Look where you are, low lunge. Really nice and lengthened here. This time we twist, open up into that twisted lunge. And you're just going to kind of flow through this. Inhale, straddle that right leg. Exhale, back into that split stance. Oh, big deep inhale, bend. Send that right leg back into plank. Hips go up nice and high. Press back, downward dog. Getting a little bit deeper this time. Nice big inhale, looking towards your hands. Step that left leg forward. Come on up, high lunge. So there's that balance, shifting from low to high. Now you're going to be more aware of where you place those feet. So high lunges to this, warriors to this. Warrior two, right into that. So lining up that knee above that ankle, opening up that chest, palms are wide, right like this. Reverse warrior, looking through that left palm. Right hand goes down back to your right leg, long up the front of your body. And then we come back around. We pivot back, high lunges here. Reach those arms forward, straddling that left leg back into your low lunge. Twist, left arm to the ceiling, big, nice, high twist. Abs are in tight. Inhale, straddle that leg, low lunge. Exhale, straighten up that leg, split stance. You're kind of bringing your head to that left thigh, rounding out in that upper body. Inhaling, bending that left leg. Exhale, bring it back into plank. Come up into downward dog. Press back. Nice big long stretch here. Inhale, look forward, step the right leg forward, step the left leg forward. There's your forward fold. You're gonna find you're getting a little more pliable. It's easier to step forward. Maybe you're bringing your feet together. Hands to your shins, half forward fold. And then we're gonna twist into this. Exhale, right hand to the center. And now your twisted fold looks like this. I've placed my right hand in between my feet, opening up that left arm, really stretch. This is primarily coming out of the back of this right side, through your open chest into those left fingertips. Inhale, that left hand right down in between those feet, and then up you go with the right hand looking. Find your tension, breathe into it. Exhale, come back through. Inhale, come all the way up. And we step back this time, right leg steps back. High lunges here, right like this. So step back into this high lunge, lift, warrior two. Can you get a little bit deeper? Can you open up that chest? This time that left hand goes forward, down to the left, up nice and high here. Low side angle is what we call this. When you straighten out that left leg, that's Trikonasana, making a triangle. So now you're getting the back of that left leg, reach that right arm up nice and tall. If you're challenging the balance, look to the floor, take that hand to your hip. If you want to challenge your balance more, look up to your hand. Inhale, bend that left leg, and we come all the way up, reverse. Go right in that reverse warrior. Moving through this requires some core stability and a good balanced stance. Cartwheel those arms all the way down. Low lunge. Exhale, bring that leg all the way up. So we're going past plank. So your left heel goes to the ceiling. We're gonna bring it knee to the nose, heel to the ceiling. I push forward through plank. The knee comes toward my chest. Press it up and back, heel to the ceiling. In, up and back, and in. No strain on those arms. Keep your abs nice and tight. Let your right leg do a lot of that work. Go in, exhale, 4. In, 3, you're breathing. Move at your own pace. And last one, bring that left leg all the way up, and we set that into pigeon. So a little bit of work, getting that heart rate up a bit, and then we stretch. So you have a goal to get that left knee up by this left wrist. Now, if you're straining in the arms, by all means, you can come down to this position. We use props sometimes in yoga, a block, a pillow, a bolster, a blanket, whatever, just to make this more comfortable and to get off of those wrists. Feel the need to come here and stretch, just get off your hands completely. If you have knee issues, avoid having that foot forward. So you can be up like this. If it's a flexion in the knee, you can always sit down like this, okay? So it's just a little bit different, but never feeling compromised in the knee position. Pigeon is to engage and stretch outer hip around that glute, typically where we sit a lot of the day, and we lose that mobility or flexibility there. And you're down on those elbows, so let's take that opportunity to work the abs. Get up on that right foot, slide that left leg back. Now we're going in between the railroad tracks. I would love for your arms to walk themselves in together, toes in together, eyebrows over those thumbs. So this is typically what I'll see. Up nice and high, or knees down with an arched back. You want to be plank-like. So be strong here. If there's anything in the back, feel free to take some weight into one of the knees. Inhale, you can do this. Focus, center your breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, you hang on to it as long as you can. Take those knees down gently. Walk your body back. There's your child pose. Take a little bit longer in here. Breathe through a nice, big, relaxing stretch. Chest kind of just collapses on top of your thighs. Again, your arms are relaxed here. Getting ready to repeat that all on the other side. So take a nice big inhale. You don't worry about that. I'm going to walk you through this. And you're going to exhale, widen out your hands, place them out to the edge of your mat, push your hips forward, turn your toes under there, narrow, hips go back up. There's a narrow downward dog, a little more flexibility is being challenged right there. We've got the other foot to bring forward. So you're gonna inhale, look, right leg comes forward here, and we come all the way up, balance into the high lunge at this point. So you come all the way up, high lunge, and then we go warrior, pressing up and back, lift up into warrior two. This time, right leg, right over that ankle, open up that chest. Take that big deep inhale right here. Reach your right hand forward, down into that foot you go. Looking up to that left hand, pressing elbow into the knee, low side angle right here. Take a big inhale, find that balance, reach a little bit further. Exhale, Trikonasana. Finding that you're not the same flexibility on both sides is very common. You want to be aware of it, and you may want to have a extra round of flexibility on that tighter side. Inhale, bend. Exhale, reverse. Left hand goes down that back leg, looking through your palms. Big inhale, we cartwheel those arms all the way down back to your low lunge. And we twist into that low lunge right there, pushing into that hip. Again, right arm goes up, twisted right there. And we inhale, straddle. Exhale, split stance. And you'll take note, your foot is on that railroad track, hands are to the edge, looking back at your left leg, which is on the other railroad track. You're going to bend, and then this leg floats back all the way past plank into ceiling position. You come down low, knee to the nose. Now this right leg's doing the movement, knee to the nose. Left leg is stable on the ground. In, exhale, reach. In, work through this. Getting stronger in that upper body, press. If it's too much, modify. You can take a knee down to the floor. Go 4, 3, 2, not straining your head or neck, and you bring that right leg way forward into pigeon. A lot of times in yoga, if you're not sure what to do, you'll be straining to look. So I always recommend just kind of keeping your head, what we'd say neutral, or on a safety side, bringing it down so you're not straining or overextending or flexing in that area. Once again, let's get off of those hands, come down to your elbows. Breathing, if that got the heart rate up, that's great. You're a little more likely to be flexible or pliable if you're warm. Heart rate gets up a little bit. It's going to take a little bit of movement before you feel like you're ready to push. This is your pigeon. Nice and low in that pigeon. And we'll take that opportunity to work the abs. This time, let's take a different elbow stance. Let's put your arms in railroad tracks. Get up on that left foot, slide the right leg in the other railroad track, and look at how parallel you are. This is a very strong, structurally strong position for you to be in. Your abs are saying, yes, I can do this. It would be great to sag and relax. You're avoiding the sag. So if you're not quite there, take one of your knees down, both of your knees down, but you are pressing, pulling that navel into your spine, squeezing from the ribs through your hips like a big white belt around you. 4. If you're shaky, that's okay. 2, take your knees down, walk it back, wider child's pose here, and feel that release. You can drop your head all the way down, taking a nice deep breath in, breathing through that. Inhale, big long deep inhale there. Exhale. Inhale, push your hips forward into all fours position. So from the side, here's what we'd say tabletop. So you make a nice stable base. You'll see my arms from my shoulder to my wrist are just a little bit higher, or a lot higher, freakishly long arms than my thigh. So my femur to my humerus and my arms, this is longer, my upper body. So I don't want to sag or slouch. It's just take note of what it is. My back would be straight or in line. So that might not mean complete tabletop. So from there, I'm going to tuck the tailbone as if someone's pushing on my tailbone. Abs are coming in. I'm going to round this is a cat, like an arching cat. I'm gonna back through plank, sway back like a cow. So I may pull my chin up a little bit here, not to strain that. So you're gonna round up. Cat, stretching out the upper top part of your shoulders. Exhale, release, cow, and however much mobility you get in that small of your back. Tuck the chin to the chest, round it up. Cat, arching, cat stretch. Exhale. Then we kind of wag the tail. This is lateral. So as I said, we're going to be working kind of that spine twisting. You want lateral movement. So my tailbone is going to come toward the front. I'm going to look over that front shoulder. And then I'm getting a whole nice curvature in your spine. Inhale, come back to neutral. Exhale, look over the other side. Inhale, slow range. Just take note if you have movement there. Sometimes we get real stiff or tight in the low back from sitting, and then we lose that mobility. Come up, arching cat. Exhale, cow. Let's go back. Very beginning moves that we did. Toes go back to the floor. Push those hips up. Reach right hand to the left. Plank. Left to the right. Now your brain is like, oh yeah, I've done this before. You're kind of more likely to know where to go, where your hips should go, and then you can get there. If you've been straining in the arms and you're feeling like your strength is the limiting factor, well then just take it easy. You can hold the plank. You can do this on your elbows. You can go nice and slow. Give me your best 5, 4, breathing, 3, 2, last one. Jump your feet right up to your hands and slowly roll it up. Big inhale all the way up to the top. Palms together. Press it into your heart center. Working on our balance. We pray that we're gonna have good balance. Standing on this left leg. Bend your right knee. This point of having your hands together and touching your body is going to tell your brain that I have some contact points. You're going to be more likely to know where you are in space. Essentially, your proprioception is going to be enhanced. So you should have good balance here. If you're struggling and shaking, take your foot down. If you're by a table or a chair, hang on to it. This is going to be the more challenging position. I like to challenge your brain. And then if you really struggle, you can always back off. So you're here, lifting that right leg, send it to the back. You tilt forward. Now, that cat and cow, you're not doing either of those. You're keeping your chest in line, nice flat back. This leg should be straight. Abs are in tight. Inhale, bring that right knee back up. Arms go up. Exhale, reach back, grab that right foot. Oh, there's my balance. I took my eye off the focal point. Grab that foot, and now we stretch. This is probably, looks like it's more challenging, but I've got more contact points. So actually I can lean into it, trusting my hand to hold the foot, trusting my left leg to be stable, left arm to give me some balance. Standing bow pose. Inhale, come up. Cross that right foot over the left, hands back into heart center, palms pressed, sitting down. There. Then you get the elbows to touch that leg and you feel even a little bit more balanced. If you're shaky, that's okay, breathe through it. Inhale, lift it up. Both feet to the floor, exhale, full forward fold, relax. Find that position where you're letting your back relax. Maybe your neck is getting a little tense. Maybe you were holding your breath. Take a big inhale, come all the way up. Again, up and over, arms come together, hands to heart center, lift up on this left leg. Loading on that right leg, shoulders are back. And find your center here, use that right foot. If you are not having any issues with this, and it's not challenging, close your eyes. And then you've taken off the visual proprioceptors, and then it becomes a little bit harder. Lean forward, left leg reaches back. Fight for it. If you're not in a good place, reposition. Abs in tight, back is flat, reaching that left heel straight to that back, engaging that right quad, nice and tight. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, reach back, grab that foot with that left hand, and then standing bow pose. Reach. And hanging on to it as far and as long as you can. Inhale, come through the movement. Place that heel on that knee. Exhale, sit down. Trying to get those elbows right again, back into that same position. And inhale, come up. Very good. All the way up. Exhale, full forward fold. Relax. Step that right leg back. Low lunges here. Open up that left arm. Twisted lunge. Challenging your balance out of the warrior positions is where we're going next. Inhale, straddle that leg. Exhale, press it back, split stance. I'm reaching that left thigh toward the back of the mat, towards your right foot. Then I'm going to inhale, bend, and this time I'm going to exhale, lift that right foot. I'm looking back to the right foot. Now I'm standing. 3 points are touching the floor. And then we're just going to move one of those points. Bring that right arm up to the ceiling. So your left side has the contact points. The further away your hand is from that foot, the easier that is. So you want to challenge, bring that left hand to your ankle, to your thigh, off the floor, and you balance. Breathe. And once you get into that position, I want you to rotate, come back. Both feet together, half forward fold. Exhale, step the other leg back, low lunge. So you're right in this low lunge, we twist, we open up that chest. Then we start looking back at this going, oh, remember when this was challenging? And now this is the easier part of it. There's part of the mental part of the piece, or the piece that we challenge, and then that goes to the next level and then becomes easier. It's kind of a little brainwashing technique. Straddle that leg, extend that thigh. You're pressing that hip back. You gain flexibility, you gain some balance, you gain some confidence. You inhale, bend, and you press into that right leg this time. Use those 3-point stance, look at your right knee, and instantly your brain is like, oh, I know you're gonna lift that arm. So lift that left arm up nice and high. 2-point stance. Can you get to the 1? Fight for it, breathe. And if you're not there, by all means, use your hands, whatever means you have to stand there. And then we untwist, we come back, both feet together. Half forward fold, hands to your shins. And exhale, full forward fold. Big inhale, bring it all the way up. All the way up, palms come together. Press them right back into the center. Very good.